Thumpers, hello and good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are.
These are evergreen, so you don't have to commit to a time. It's fine.
This video is eternal.
It's from last year.
We're here with the lovely Mika.
Why, thank you.
And
I'm very excited.
the lovely Adam.
I'm so glad I don't have to drive right now.
I'm driving
I get
this
to just
car.
watch and enjoy. I don't have to worry about any of this tech crap.
I'm driving this car because you know what this car is? It's the Ecto-1 because we're about to watch Ghostbusters Afterlife. Oh my goodness.
The
first trailer, when they first announced this film, I think earlier this year,
Feels like they just announced it like 4 weeks ago.
I know, because they only had like the teaser, and we haven't really known too much about it except for like slight plot information, and namely just kind of these decrepit photos of the Ecto-1.
Yeah.
And a really nice CG Slimer.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I didn't see that either.
It was like a while ago. I think it was like some kind of teaser from a while ago. Yeah. Well, he came out of it was during the teaser of the car, and he kind of came out of it.
Oh, you're right. That's right. When they like actually officially announced, they had like that little video.
Yeah, it was during that video.
That's right.
Oh, it was so good. Ooh, giving me chills. But yes, you're going to watch this trailer. Mika, what's your background with Ghostbusters?
Watched it growing up. Absolutely loved it. I go to the maze every year at Universal whenever they have it.
Oh, cool.
So very excited. I'm so excited.
I watched it growing up, but it wasn't like the most avid fan. It's not something that I would watch on an annual basis religiously, but I've seen it way more times than I can even count on one hand, and I love the movie. It's great. You and I just saw it a couple months ago.
Yeah, for the 35th anniversary. It's also been a big year for Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters game the Ghostbusters video game remastered came out. It's a great remaster. Definitely check it out. But enough about all this other Ghostbusters stuff. Let's get to this. Oh, I've been waiting all day. Here we go.
Scope. Nailed it.
What are you doing here in Summerville anyway?
Honestly, my mom won't say it, but we're completely broke. And the only thing that's left in our name is this creepy old farmhouse our grandfather left us in the middle of nowhere. Why'd you bring me up here?
Entertainment value?
What is that?
I don't know.
Somehow, a town that isn't anywhere near a tectonic plate, that has no fault lines, no fracking, no loud music even, is shaking on a daily basis.
Under the dining table now! Hey, remember that one summer we died under a table?
She's so cute.
I found this in my living room.
That's cool.
Oh, killer replica.
A replica of what?
A ghost trap?
That's good. I like that.
There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years. New York in the 80s? It's like The Walking Dead. Your dad never mentioned this to you?
It's just my mom. My grandfather died. My mom says we're just here to pick through the rubble of his life.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Who are you?
Yes, she's his daughter. Yes.
No, I think she's his
Granddaughter.
Call it fate. Call it luck.
Oh shit.
Call it karma. I believe that everything happens for a reason.
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
Has a gunner seat?
That's awesome! Are you kidding me? I wish it was longer! I wish it was longer! Damn it!
My gosh, I'm so excited for this
Emily's
movie.
done.
I'm sorry.
She's done.
That was so good.
I love that she essentially, like, she not only has, like, the Egon Spengler look, she is his granddaughter. Oh, and they, like, so that means that Finn Wolfhard is also
grandson.
Grandson,
Yeah.
and then the mom is Egon's
I would assume daughter-in-law.
Daughter or daughter-in-law. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
guessing possibly
Oh,
daughter-in-law.
I guess that's true. Yeah, she could be
either.
one.
That's so. And then he has this farmhouse where he's put the Ecto-1.
Yeah.
Why now? I think the big mystery too is like, why has he taken all the ghost stuff, put it at this weird farmhouse?
Yeah.
And everything. Oh my gosh.
I think the thing that what I really enjoyed from this is we show a glimpse of the original Ghostbusters, but we're not like leaning so hard into nostalgia that it feels like every other sequel to an 80s or 70s movies that we made. And I'm sure there will be plenty in the movie itself, but what I like about this first trailer, it plays more like a teaser, and we just get little glimpses of things, and it's not telling you like, these characters are here, but it's all about the original characters who are coming back. And it's like, I don't want that. I want them in a cameo capacity, but I don't want the story to be about them. And you put Paul Rudd in there, so I'm in.
Exactly my thoughts. Oh my god.
100%
I
in.
like the puzzles that she has to do
That was
to get
awesome.
down. And she goes to a shack and goes down the fire pole.
Yeah.
And it's all of his research and
As
everything.
far
so
as mold
cool.
and fungi.
Yeah.
I think what's really fascinating is that Ghostbusters started off as such a comedy, just like it was a silly comedy film. Like, what if just these weird guys just went around hunting ghosts? It became this huge cult phenomenon. And now we're having this film. This film doesn't feel as kind of funny or as like
I mean,
the
it will be.
It is going to be, but it isn't built like the original,
yeah.
which I'm really excited about because I love that so many people have ghosts. Love that Ecto-1 siren.
Yeah.
But I think it's so many people have fallen in love with this series and are just like, let's keep expanding. What started off as kind of a silly comedy film has now expanded into this huge universe that people just want to keep building on into. And yeah, like the tone of this, I'm so here for it.
Yeah.
And it looks like, okay, there was one shot in here where Paul Rudd's in the car and you see the dog foot on it, and it looks like the harbingers of Zool.
Oh.
It looks like
See, you're way more into the lore
Yeah.
than I am. Because I'm like, okay,
it's the dog that Dana sees in the freezer.
Oh,
right.
So you see the foot, and it looks like the puppet.
Oh,
and
that's
so,
why you freaked out.
Yeah, because I was like, oh
Okay.
my gosh, they're bringing back Zool.
So do you think that's dangerous territory to rehash
I think
so
the
many
reason.
elements from the first one, or do you think it's just to set up the movie?
I think it's to set up the movie because what I'm guessing now, think this is a small town. This farmhouse is in this small town. I think perhaps New York became this is just my plot theory for the movie. New York became too dangerous for the ghost to keep all the ghosts in it.
Makes sense.
Because he's not going to live there anymore. He goes out to this farmhouse to retire. He brings the ghost, keeper, that big red box with him. And he puts it in the ground here. He stabilizes it here, and then it goes untouched for so long, and maybe there's so many ghosts in it that it finally is now releasing them into this small
Also,
town.
I think it's genius that Paul Rudd is someone who grew up when he was a kid. The Ghostbusters were active.
Yeah.
So when he sees this, he's like, "Oh my God, this is amazing replica! I'm a huge fan."
And all these kids
then
are like,
finds
"Who
out
are the
she is.
Ghostbusters?"
Exactly. It's cool to have that person because I think I like the choice of making it a granddaughter instead of a son or a daughter. I like that sort of separation of generations. I think that's way cooler than just doing an immediate, son or daughter.
It feels very
story.
respectful to the original, while also this is going to introduce so many kids to Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
And it doesn't feel like it's doing it in a cheesy way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, there's a
So
proton
cool.
pack.
They can't see that. Hold
I
on.
love that,
Now you can.
I love that, yeah.
This is awesome. So it obviously also gives you the idea that they've retired, or some maybe have, obviously with Spangler, yes. But
Shandor.
maybe
Shandor! That's a reference to the first film too. Shandor is he's the guy I think who is the architect of the apartment building that the ghost is brought into. Shandor is a name in Ghostbusters. I'm just blanking out on where it fits in. It's not.
This is like your Marvel. This is
It
like your
is. It's like
MCU.
I'm gonna create the big. It says Shandor Mining
yeah.
Company.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm gonna go create my whiteboard of all the different Ghostbusters
If it's
references.
Shandor Mining Company. Wow. Okay.
Because
that's
he
super-
was
yeah.
this person who had a bunch of money. They explained in the first
right,
film,
yeah.
and he builds this apartment building to essentially be like a huge summoning point for
Yeah.
Gozer.
Like a
Because he was
lost my words.
that
rad.
looks like refined and
That's
possibly
the mine, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there it is.
Oh.
There it is. I think because especially for referencing Shandor,
Yeah.
the coming of Gozer, those
I
doggies
just
are a
want
part
this
of it.
photo on
Yeah.
a pin or something. Just scared shitless Paul Rudd. Yeah, I think this looks awesome. I'm super excited.
Oh my gosh, and the gunner scene, the Ecto one, holy cow.
Have we seen that before?
No.
So there's 4 of the Ghostbusters outfits, and she
Mm-hmm.
only reveals her grandfather. So did the rest of the Ghostbusters come here as well, or was it just...
I wonder if he took all of it. I wonder if when they stopped and they
Stop
retired,
shop.
Took all of
he
it?
just took all the gear and he retired. Because that makes sense. Because I don't think Ray, I don't think Zedmore, I don't think Venkman would be ones who would want to keep it. Out of
Yeah.
all the... Egon has always been the one who's been Egon and Ray. So I guess Ray could have done it, but Egon's always been the most like kind of hands-on science material. So I'm sure he would want to like kind of take it all with them, especially if they all disbanded.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I really like how in this first trailer we don't get the only cameo we get is Harold Ramis, his character. That's
Right.
the only information we get. We don't know how we have been. It has been confirmed that almost most of the original cast is coming back for cameos in this movie. I like that we don't see them in this one because it's like
Yeah.
we're gonna focus on this next generation, like you said, these kids, and then we'll bring in.
I really hope the next trailer doesn't have shots of all the original like save that for the movie.
Right.
Let's
yeah.
establish who these characters are. Let's give a little bit of flavor of like what this new generation of Ghostbusters could be like, and let's save the cameos for the movie. Because I know when the last Ghostbusters movie came out,
I wish you could pause it back there to see what ghost they were hunting.
they did
Was
it
that
like
Slimer?
they did a mostly good job of hiding that.
It doesn't seem the color of Slimer.
I know he's kind of blue.
Yeah, they did a mostly good job of hiding that. But then once the TV spots started coming out, it was like we showed Dan Aykroyd, and I'm like, I don't need that, please.
I think it.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like him. Oh, he kind of looks like that blue. It's Slimer-esque. It looks like Slimer's cousin. Because
Yeah.
it's like blue, but it's a different face shape. Because I think it might be the ghost that we saw in the beginning in that kind of factory
he's
shot in
coming
the
out.
corner.
Yeah.
That's
That's so good.
I guess maybe it's early Slimer.
I'm also really pumped about the fact that like a lot of this looks practical aside from the obvious things.
Yeah.
I remember the last movie that they did. I liked the trailer, but then I'm watching. I'm like, all of this looks like it's composited or green screen or something. Just go on a street and film stuff. And this looks cool. I mean, a lot of this could be like backlot stuff, but it looks great. And now I'm excited for it. I will be honest. I was sort of like indifferent about a Ghostbusters movie. I like it, but it's not the thing I gravitate towards. But this looks really fun. And you put Paul Rudd in there, and that like, with some of the younger actors and Finn Wolfhard, and like it's an anchor.
What do you
for
think
me.
of the title, Afterlife?
I think it plays into obviously the ghost, but I think it will very much play into some of maybe the original Ghostbusters not being around anymore.
I think definitely Egon. Yeah, this is like
especially Egon. Yeah, because
oh my
it's
gosh,
his granddaughter.
and like up until Harold Ramis passed away, they were working really hard. It was always just like this trial to get another Ghostbusters film made because there was just disagreements with the original cast and just the money and the time. And so, fun fact, the Ghostbusters the video game is actually hailed as the unofficial third movie because and Dan Aykroyd wrote it.
Right.
And they wrote off and approved of it and were really happy with it. And so I think this, especially with Harold Ramis no longer with us, I think this is such a beautiful tribute, not only to his character, but also to this world that he helped create. And I love that he has such a big part of this. He's just such a big part in this film without physically being there.
Right.
And as like a huge Ghostbusters fan, like that is what's really resonating with me right now too. And that's also what makes me so excited about this movie.
The spirit of Egon lives.
Oh, Egon, but not forgotten.
That's right.
Oh.
Do you want me to wrap it out? You got
Sure,
this?
I got this. How do you wrap it out?
Let us know in the comments what you thought about this first trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Mika, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you.
That's
me.
not real unless she says it's real.
She's just super
not.
talented.
You can find Mika on Kolak 1991 every single week, and you'll also be here for the Hyperdrive on Saturday.
I will. It's going to be a lot
That'll
of
be
fun.
a lot of fun. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let us know what you thought, and we'll catch you in the next reaction. Bye-bye.